Hello, beautiful whiskey folk and dedicated barflies. It's fantastic to welcome you into another Thursday night vPub. Tonight, we're talking about Irish. It's the first dram of whiskey I've ever had was Irish whiskey, and I've kind of struggled with it a little bit since starting my journey. I've been kind of more into basically every other type of whiskey. So, we're going to explore a little Irish whiskey tonight. Hopefully my mic's on. Praying that my mic's on. We're going to go through some drams. I've got a little glass of Bushmills 10 to kind of start the evening, and we've got a little flight, and we're just going to talk kind of all things Irish. We've got a quiz at the end that's Irish themed, so I'm really excited. Oh, okay, so I'm going to say hi to some people. Don't let me forget to say hi to new patrons. I like to say hi to new patrons on the live streams, and I have a few, so somebody said, Mike, your mic is on. Thank you. Okay, let me go up to the top. We've got Kilco, Whiskey Musings. Hello, Brian. We've got Felsgraf. You got some Green Spot. Okay. We got Whiskey Games. Top of the morning to y'all. Hello. So this is what we're drinking tonight, just so everybody knows. We've got Tealing single malt, then the single grain, then the blended Irish, then the pot still, and then the peated Irish. That's kind of the direction that we're going in. Sugar Kitties got Tealing small batch at the ready. There we go. Che Francis, my new patron. Hello. I'll get to those in just a second. No Irish whiskey here for me, unfortunately, but we'll enjoy a dram. Nice. Helen and Andy. Hello, Helen. You're going to have a little Redbreast 12 cask strength. Nice. One of my favorites for Irish. We got Mark Slinger. Campbelltown for me with the Kilkerran 12. Nice. Good afternoon, Barflies. Powers Signature. Nice. I do not have any Powers John Lane, which I'm sad about because everybody says that it's really wonderful, and I do not have any. So, Des, good evening, Barflies. Tealing. Nothing more than Tealings. Okay, well, we've got some Tealings in the flight. Jimmy Legg, hello, cool kids. Hey, Jimmy. We got Tim over at Donner Pass Whiskey. Hey. Watchman 999. Top of the evening to you. Hey, Jerry Miller. Okay. Sneakers and Scotch. Haven't seen you before. That's a new name. Hello. Alfred Dornward. Hopefully I'm saying that right. You're a new name. Hello as well. Andrew Butler. Well, I don't have any Tealing or Redbreast, but there is a Connemara among my 26 Irish bottles. Yeah, these maybe are not the most representative of Irish whiskey, but it's what I have, so. We've got Gav Strems. Hi from Edinburgh. Oh, wonderful. We've got Whiskey 101. Twin. Hello, Twin. IC86. Petehead. I don't remember if I said hi to Petehead, Frank. Donald Rance. Irish Whiskey Yoda is in the chat. I have got a quiz question that at the end of the quiz, I hope nobody is offended by. It's supposed to be kind of funny. I don't know. It's going to be a good one. We got John T., another one of the patrons. Hello. David Evans. So many people in already. We got Stacy. Which Redbreast? Let me see. It's batch 1/20. It's 57.6% ABV. Jimmy says he's thumbs up number 17. Appreciate it. I have not had a single little drop of whiskey right now. So hold on. Let me have a sip real quick. Pretty good. I like Bushmills. That's nice. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and hanging out. I know this is, we're not talking about Scotch tonight. We're talking about Irish. I'm welcome to any Scotch discussion, but Rad, your mic is on. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate it. Loud and clear. This is how delayed my chats are, you guys. Oh, wow. Chat just jumped super, super hard. Thomas Elmer. Hello. Oh, goodness, guys. There's so many people. Lindsay, JV, hello, you guys. Neil. We got Jimmy Legg with a freaking super chat. How's the camera fund looking? Don't forget to say hi to new patrons. Oh, let me do that real quick. Thanks, Jimmy Leg. Camera fund's going well. It's hard because so right now I have like it was around like a $500 camera, and it's okay, but it's just not, I mean, it's okay. It'll work, but it's probably going to take a little while for me to save up, but all of the funds that you guys, I'm basically not spending anything except on whiskey, and then the camera eventually. So yeah, all that money that you guys put in from last week will go directly to the camera fund, but it'll probably be a little while, honestly, because it needs to be pretty high quality to replace this one. Okay, so I like to say hi to new patrons. So we've got 3 new patrons since last week. We've got Too Slow, Rob, hello. I mean, he's been my patron a little while back, so, but just wanted to say hi. And then Leo and Rachel are new patrons, and then Che Francis. So thank you guys so much for the patronage. I appreciate it. Really, really excited to have some more of the Aquavitae family in my family. John de la Cuisine, hello, Shayla and Barflies. Hey, John. I'm so glad you can make it. I know work's been crazy, so I appreciate you. Excited for all the Irish whiskey tonight. Yes, I'm so excited. Dominique, so a Killoan 10-year in the glass. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Okay. Oh, we got Chris Domini. Hey, party people. Evening, Shayla. Love the glasses. They're super cool. Thank you, my optometrist friend. Okay. And then we got Amy Bowman. So, guys, that was like 5 minutes of me just saying people's names. Sorry. So I've got Bushmills 10 in the glass, and then I have a pinned comment, so hopefully if anybody doesn't know what I'm drinking tonight, just shout at me and I'll re-put it in the chat. But I do have a pinned comment, so I think if you go out and go back in, it'll kind of reappear. But yeah, so this is kind of interesting. I was researching, Irish whiskey this whole week, or not this whole week, but whenever I had free time. And it was kind of crazy because I was reading about it, and so from, I think the early, what was it? There was 80 distilleries at one point, like over 80 distilleries. And then there was a war in 1914, 1916, the War for Independence in 1919, along with American Prohibition. And by the mid-1900s, there was only 5 distilleries still open. So going from 80 plus to 5 distilleries is kind of crazy. And then those 5 distilleries were pretty sure they weren't going to make it, or from what I can tell. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but those 5 distilleries were pretty sure they weren't going to make it by themselves. So they formed, I think it was called Irish Distillers or something. I can't remember the 5. I think it was Jameson, John Powers, Paddy, Tullamore Dew, and Bushmills. I think those were the 5. So yeah, kind of crazy. So they formed Irish Distillers in 1966. Then that kind of moved down to Cork happened. And then in 1988, they were bought out by Pernod Ricard. And then they kind of exploded like the Jameson brand. So far, that's kind of the gist of it, I think. So yeah, kind of crazy to think about that. Well, Minion, hey. But see, and this is what I love about these vPubs is prepping for them. Like I wouldn't have known that otherwise, without researching it. So yeah, really, really interesting. And now I think there's somewhere around almost 40 distilleries. So the resurgence is really getting back into it, which is good. And I think there's 39 or 40 distilleries, and then there's permits for like 12 more distilleries or something. So it's probably going to get back up to that 80 mark pretty soon, within the next few years probably, if not sooner. So there was only 5 until around 2012. Yeah, so just those 5, and then what was it? Tealing? Was it Tealing? I can't remember who. Somebody opened. I can't remember. I remember reading it, but yeah, Irish Distillers. Ooh, Red Spot. Getting an outing tonight. Awesome, Keith. There are now 40 distilleries in Ireland, and one more just got approval, I believe, Galway. Okay. Yeah. Donald Rance, they formed Irish Distillers in 1966, consolidated all of their distilleries down to one, the new Middleton Distillery in 1976. Yep. They now put out 64 million liters a year. How insane is that? So crazy. I love this stuff, though. Like, that's so interesting to me that this is not going to be on the quiz, by the way. I picked other questions. But yeah, it's very, very cool. Okay, I probably should get started on this flight. So my idea with this was we'd kind of talk about, I know a lot of you guys know this, but just anybody that maybe is new to Irish whiskey and don't know the types, I have one of each type, basically, of the kind of the main ones, excluding like blended this, blended that. I have just a regular blend, and then I have a peated, which is not necessarily a type, but I just wanted to show people that there are peated Irish, whiskeys, so. Yeah, and then 38 active whiskeys with a few in the works. Yeah. So almost 40, which is pretty crazy. Nate Weidel, one of my other patrons. Hey, Nate. Irish is on the rise. Great stuff. My current favorite is Green Spot. Okay. Yeah, I would really like to hear your guys' thoughts on, I don't know if Irish is anybody's favorite. Like, probably Donald Rance. But is anybody else out there? Like, does anybody else like Irish over Scotch? For me right now, I don't. But I am, at first, the first kind of thing that I had, I had Jameson when I was 21. And I just like sipped that along with the Angry Orchard hard cider. So I wasn't really like enjoying it or analyzing it or anything like that. I was just kind of sipping it. And then my next kind of thing was I had Bushmills Black Bush, which I enjoyed. And then I had some Redbreasts that just kind of didn't do it for me. So right now it's probably one of my least favorite categories, but I'm really excited because tonight I haven't had 3 out of the 5 of these whiskeys, never had a sip of them. So I'm excited to see what those bring. And there's so many new distilleries, so much variation that I think anybody can find something that they enjoy. And I like the kind of, I don't know, the diversity. I don't know if that's the right word, but the innovation maybe of Irish whiskey is kind of interesting to me. So I haven't tried Waterford yet. Really, really wanting to try some of that because Mark Renier is like my favorite person ever. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm hoping I can kind of get more into it. But yeah, does anybody is Irish their favorite? I'm curious. What do you mean it's not on the quiz? I just wrote all that on paper. I don't think any of that is on the quiz. So, Middleton's daily angel share is probably more than I'll ever drink in my life. I know there was some crazy statistic about how many bottles they lose. I don't know if it was per day or per year. I was watching a video and they were talking about that. I didn't write it down, but it was a ridiculous amount. There's more peated offerings on the way from Great Northern. That should be interesting. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think Tealing might also have a peated one. I don't know for a fact, but I think they do. As of July 10th, there are 40. Okay. I can send you a map. It's insane how fast they're popping up. I know, it's so cool. So cool. Stacy's favorite is Irish. Eric's favorite is Irish. My favorite is Green Spot or Redbreast 12. Dad was Bushmills. Okay, yeah, I really, really enjoy the Redbreast 12. I have a sample of Green Spot and Blue Spot. I'm going to do a little, it's probably not fair to do a head-to-head of those two because one's cask strength and one's 40%, but it's fine. I'm going to do a little comparison of those, but I haven't tried them yet. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, darn, chat just jumped. Graham Fraser, oh my goodness. But like these are the Aquavitae people right here. I mean, all you guys are Aquavitae people, but wow. Alistair Gray, so cool. The single pot still style is my favorite style, but I also love Isle of Scotch. There you go. Starting with Green Spot this evening. Nice. I drink Irish 95% of the time. Wow, Stacy. Wow. Oh, that's cool. Not over Scotch, but still great whiskey. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm kind of on the early part of my journey with Irish, but I'm excited to see where I go with it. Powers John Lane, the only Irish I've tried and enjoyed, really. Okay. I have not tried it. Has your red rest been open with some air for a while? Yes. Yeah, it's down. I think it's down past the shoulder. I've been thoroughly enjoying it. The Tealing has black pits, right? That's the peated one, yeah. Irish whiskey's not my favorite. There are many interesting new distilleries coming up, which may potentially rise into my top 10. Yeah, I'm really excited for. Okay, I should start this flight, guys. Sorry. I am really, really excited to try some Waterford stuff. I know it's expensive, but I just like Marc Renier, and I think it would be interesting to try. I prefer Scotch over Irish, but prefer Irish over bourbon. Okay, well, there you go. There you go. Okay, so the first dram that we have, I have little notes right here, so don't forget which order they're in. So this is the Tealing Single Malt. It's 46% non-colored, non-chill filtered. So this is 100% malted barley made from a pot still. And then it says, I wrote down notes so I wouldn't forget what woods they were aged in. So they're aged in sherry, port, Madeira, white Burgundy, and Cabernet Sauvignon. And this is so kind of funny for Tealing. I don't know exactly when these bottles were produced exactly, but from what I can tell, Tealing is 3 times distilled. But because they were contracting from the Cooley distillery at one point, that was double distilled. So these may be double distilled or they may be triple distilled. I'm not sure. I don't know how long, I don't know. These are probably triple distilled. These are probably from the Tealing distillery, but kind of an interesting little tidbit. It smells really good. Sexton is great Irish, little smoky cigar note. Okay. Really looking forward to Waterford, but for me, it's Scotch whiskey. It's a Scotch whiskey distillery in Ireland. Oh, Ireland. Goodness me. Yeah, I feel like Mark is doing that to the best of his ability, like trying to make that kind of style, but in Ireland, which is a good thing for me. I think I'm going to enjoy it. So, okay, Slàinte, guys. Oh, that's nice. So that's the first sip of the single malt that I've ever had. It's got a really nice, I think this is kind of like a classic, this tastes more classic Irish in my mind than Bushmills does. I don't know if it's that 46% bringing a little bit more of those flavors on, but that like shortbread cookie, little bit of apple, a little bit of maybe like a light citrus note, and vanilla. It's really nice. See, like if everything tasted like this, I think I would like it. Sometimes it doesn't, though. Oh man, we got Bill, the whiskey dick, is in. Hello. Okay, Donald Rents. Yeah, Donald, all you guys are going to be such a wealth of information tonight. I'm going to learn more than you guys will learn, but maybe there's some new people that will also learn some stuff from me. We'll see. Okay, Donald Rents. They're double distilled, and the whiskeys are of an age range of 12 to 27 years, blended into the single malt. They're using stocks from 16,000 casks from the Beam Suntory purchase agreement. Okay. So at some point, will we have the triple distillation from Tealing? Because that what I was reading was that they are triple distilling right now. So for now, it will be all double distilled. Like all this stuff is going to be double distilled until much later. Is that kind of where we're going? DC, oh thanks DC, my wonderful wrench, popping my Patreon link in the chat if you guys want to see extra content and just kind of hang out with me more on a daily, not a daily basis, but on a weekly basis. I do lens clips and stuff like that, so in live streams. Okay. Oh, sorry, you're talking to Stacy. You're talking to Jimmy. Everybody's talking to everybody else. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure I'm not missing anybody's thing, so just put my name in all caps if I've ignored you for too long, okay? Yeah, this is wonderful. I really like the nose on this. I poured these and let them open up just a little bit before the stream, so they might need to open up a smidge more, but I'm getting a lot of like that toffee butterscotch kind of thing going on. Yeah, this is really nice. Okay, I'm gonna go for another sip. Okay, so Donald. Wow, that has a nice texture. A really nice spice. Kind of reminds me of the Redbreast 15 a little bit in terms of spice, like a little bit on the back of your palate. I don't know the age on this, like Donald was saying, between, what was it, 12 and 27 or something like that. But yeah, it's really nice. I like the texture, I like the flavor, a little bit of oak. That shortbread cookie comes through. This is really nice. Yeah, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I wasn't sure what this night was gonna bring, because I haven't tried these. But yeah, this is awesome. Nate, yes, join Jayla's Patreon. She's awesome with great content. Oh, thanks, Nate. Appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Okay, so that was the single malt. So I'm gonna go through the flight and then I'm gonna go back the other way. I want to do my rank of like which one I like the most. It's not a blind, so it's not like 100%, proper, but it's okay. I'm just gonna write A, B, C, D, E real quick. Yeah, that one was really nice. Okay, so we're gonna move on to which one's the next one? The single grain. So this is the Tealing single grain. Wow, 46% non-colored, non-chill filtered. So this is made from mostly corn, and it can't have more than 30% malted barley. Is that right? Yeah, and it has to be made in a column still. And I'm pretty sure this one it said it was fully matured in Cabernet Sauvignon casks, which is pretty crazy. I mean, it doesn't seem, I don't know how old this is, but I mean, it's dark, but it doesn't seem that dark. So I don't know if they're refill. I'm getting more of an alcohol note on this. Kind of like a slightly sharp note. Yeah, smells quite a bit like alcohol. I might need to wait just a second on that. I'll read some comments while I let that breathe a little bit. John de la Cuisine, it's 12 to 27 years. It's quite a wide and impressive range. Yeah, so from those casks from the agreement, I guess. Oh yeah, if anybody has not subscribed to Kilco, Brian, he just had a cool, what does he call it? Mystery guest? I think he calls it mystery guest, but he had a live stream with Roy, and it was pretty fun. So if you guys want to check that out, DC just dropped his link into the chat. Screen went black, says Tony H. I hope you guys can see me. Livewire Whiskey. I was just on a stream with Livewire Whiskey, Mike Stahl, and Adam. It was really fun. It was a celebration of Scotch whiskey, so that was kind of cool. They're more of a bourbon channel, but they wanted to kind of celebrate Scotch, so that was super fun being on their channel. We did a Highland toast on the second part, about an hour and 36 minutes in, so if anybody wants to see that, it was pretty fun. Tony says it must be my phone. Okay. This is probably my favorite Tealing. Stacy, do you like the single grain? The one that I just went to? I just switched over from the malt to the single grain. So which one are you talking about? I wanted to try Dingle for a while. Any experiences? No, but I saw in preparation for this, I rewatched Roy's stream with Barry, and they had some Dingle. And it sounded like it was a good dram, but I have never seen a bottle or ever tried a bottle. So, yeah. Oh, chat just jumped again. So sorry, guys. Okay, drinking some Glen Cadam 10. Nice. Goodness. No black screen here. Awesome. Oh, restarted and it's fine. Awesome, Tony. Cool. Okay, you like the single grain the most. Okay, all right. Okay, alcohol note has calmed down a little bit. At first, I've had this capped for a little while, and man, it just, first thing was alcohol. Probably should point my mic a little bit towards me. Okay. This one is not smelling as sweet or as shortbread cookie or anything like that. I get like a very, very, very slight metallic note. But it sounds weird to say, but it's like not in a bad way. There's like this little kind of tingle. It doesn't smell overly metallic or anything like that. Okay, I'm gonna go on the palate and then we'll go back to the nose, see what I can pick up. It's seeming pretty soft right now, so okay. Oh wow, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Dingle does a fabulous gin too. Hearsay, I know. Oh, okay. Wow. You legit said Barry Dingle, but oh gosh. Barry the person, Dingle the whiskey. Oh goodness. Okay, I'll pour some of my birthday green spot. Always looking for a reason to pour some. I know, especially with the Redbreast cast strength, I'm always like, let's put this in a flight. Let's put this in something because, well, this is why I did Irish whiskey night, so I could drink some of my Redbreast and not feel guilty about it. Because I only have one bottle and it's gonna go too quickly. Good evening. Yeah, this is really nice. It's actually not what I was expecting on the palate. I'm having a hard time articulating what this feels like. Let me go for another sip. So this isn't much, whereas the single malt was like spicier and kind of had a really nice grip on the palate. Nice texture. This has a wonderful texture, but I think it's different. It's super creamy. Like, I don't know. It's not like oily viscous, but it's like this nice just creaminess on the palate. Like vanilla cream. Usually I like to spend a little bit of time with whiskeys before I just do them live because I have a hard time saying notes like right off the top of my head. I like to spend quite a while with just one dram. But yeah, this is very soft, really creamy. It's got a nice vanilla, little bit of lemon. That spice shortbread cookie stuff I do not think is on this like whatsoever. It was on the single malt for sure, but this is a different animal. But I like it. It's really nice. Hang on to that Redbreast cast strength. It's been sold out in my state for a year. Oh my goodness, yeah. My bottle of single grain is aged 5 years, bottled in 2016. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it says on these little, from what I can tell, it doesn't have an age statement or anything. And on the little box that it came in, it also didn't say specifically what it was, so. That's a lot of sniper coins in view. Yeah, I've got four sniper coins, and I really want a fifth because, I mean, I don't think I have OCD, but just symmetrically, it bothers me that there isn't. I'm gonna put this in the middle before I lose my mind. I need another one. Basically, which is why I have flashcards. I need to make more flashcards because I don't have all of the whiskeys like that exist on flashcards, but I have all of the big four Speyside. That's all I have so far. It's a lot of flashcards. But yeah, I need one more to complete the collection. Okay, you guys are talking to each other. Yeah, this one's really nice. I like this. Odd number is good feng shui. There we go. Highland Hamish, greetings from Inverness. Hello. Tealing single grain now. Yes. Yep. The second one. Yeah. So we just had the single malt. Now we're going to the single grain. But yeah, I do like this. It's very different from the single malt. Probably because it's mostly made with corn, right? And column distilled. So, different production and different grain. It's going to be different. But it doesn't really remind me of bourbon or anything like that. Also, it says that there's Cabernet, it's matured in Cabernet Sauvignon, and I don't really get wine notes right now. I'm getting more of just like a vanilla cream, very simple, clean, really creamy on the palate. I'm not really getting any wine notes. Let me know if anybody's had this. Do you get wine notes on this? Because I don't. Graham Fraser. No, that's OCD, Shayla. I don't know. It just, I don't like touch things multiple times or like turn light switches off multiple times. I just like symmetry. I feel like a lot of people like that. Oh gosh, sorry guys. What if you do a flight of an even number of whiskey, no middle? Oh, well then I'll have four sniper coins, so it'll be fine. They're all the same. I was gonna make that suggestion, put the oddball in the middle. You beat me to it. Yep, there we go. That's a 95-5 blend of grain and single malt, aged about 6 years. Oh, the small batch? Because this is just predominantly corn, right? It doesn't have any single malt in it, right? Or else it would be a blend. It's just a single grain. But it can use up to, 30% malted barley? Or are you talking about the small batch? Let me know. I don't get wine notes on it, but I get it slightly dry. That's what I like from the cab. Okay. Yeah, it's really nice. That is just a wonderful, I like the ABV on it. I think if the ABV was lower, there wouldn't be enough flavor to kind of carry it. But it's got a good amount of flavor. I love that creamy texture. I'm going to go back to A actually, just because I'm interested to see how spicy this is after the fact. Oh wow, it smells so much different now. Like pear and apple and tons of fruit. I think that wine, like the Madeira port stuff is coming. I don't know how much percentage-wise there are of those casks, but coming off the heels of the single grain, the single malt is way fruitier. Yeah, wow. That's nice. You'll have to bring out your own challenge coins, Shayla. Oh yeah, I've got my own, which is my middle guy. But yeah, I just need one more of the sniper coins. I also got I just bought an Aquavite coin, so I could have that one in the middle. That would be nice too. But yeah, 95 corn, 5% malted barley. Okay. Sorry, when you said mix of single malt and single grain, I may have gotten confused. Sorry about that. Oh, wow. God, this smells so freaking good. Okay, I'm back on the single malt just for a moment. I'm going to give it another sip. Yeah. A lot more fruit. It is spicier. I think I might like the single grain more too. I was not expecting that. We'll see as the rank goes, but I really like that single grain. Okay. Definitely a dry finish. Yeah, it's got like a creaminess to it though too. Well, it's a little bit dry, but David Owen, the only Irish single grain whiskey I've ever had is, I'm gonna butcher that, Greenor. Oh God, 8 years old. I haven't even heard of that one. That's cool. I love the size of Roy's acrylic coins. That's why. Okay, I love Roy. Everybody knows that. But the main reason I use these coins is because with my coins, you have to worry about, like, is it exactly, in line with the glass? These, you just, like, slap them on. You don't have to worry about it. They're gonna cover it. So I don't know who makes Roy's coins, but I think I want to make my coins acrylic and not these ceramic coins. I do like the ceramic coins, but they're just too small. These are the biggest size, too. I got the biggest size, and it's, like, still too small. Andrew Butler, time for a Barry Crockett legacy while I'm still in a fit state to appreciate it. There you go. Are you wearing a sweater in Mexico in July? Okay, so the only reason I'm doing this, because this is the vPub, and I'm trying, so normally I just wear a t-shirt, but I'm trying to, like, up the, like, classiness, because Roy's very classy, so I'm wearing a blouse and a cardigan, and I have my AC cranked real bad, because back from eating dinner was listening. So yeah, I'm doing it to, like, look not just like, oh, hey guys, showing up in a t-shirt. Egan's also makes Irish single grain and Fern Cullen. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing anything, guys. I just love those clear coins. I know, aren't they so cool? I need to send you a tooth glass. It's for Irish whiskey. Oh wow, really? That'd be cool. I've heard of those, but I don't think I know what they look like. Thrasher says classy. Thanks, Thrasher. Appreciate it. Incredible dedication. I know I'm wearing glasses. Wait, what is it? I'm here to lower the glass vector. No, Jerry. You guys are all fine. Very classy as always, Shayla. I'm in my pajamas. I know, I'm like, most days when I'm, like, editing or anything like that, I don't dress like this. I just dress in a t-shirt and shorts. It's all good. Okay, so which one am I on? Okay, I'm on the blended Irish whiskey. Haven't even got into it. So this is also 46% non-colored, non-chill filtered. So this one in particular, I believe, is a mix of grain and malt, which I think most of the time it's a mix of grain and malt. But there are some cases in blended Irish whiskeys where it's actually a mix of single malt and single pot still, which is kind of interesting. So just because it's a blended whiskey, they're not, like, trying to make it as cheap as possible. They're just trying to bring other kind of flavors in. So this one I do believe is a grain and single malt. There's no pot still in this. I think Writer's Tears makes a single pot still and single malt blend. So they said it's X bourbon barrels, and then it's in rum barrels for 6 months. So it's finished in X rum for 6 months. I feel like that one didn't have as much of an alcohol note, but I feel like right away, I haven't had many rum cask things, finished whiskeys, but I'm getting a little bit of kind of a rum note on the back. Okay, Twin says, Roy is classy. Yes, a man who stands filming himself throwing empty bottles into the bin. I love those recycled reviews. They're so cool. Like, I think everybody wishes that they would have thought of that idea, because it's just such a good idea. Downer Path. Okay, so Tim says, we would be fine if you had a trash bag with the head and arm holes cut out. Oh, gosh. Tooth glass has a different foot, and it's slightly longer than a Glencairn. I love them. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's these really cool nosing glasses that I've seen that they've got this crazy bulb on them, and then they have so it's a really big bulb, and then a little bit of, like, a Glencairn kind of top, and it's a stemmed one. And then I've seen another one, a Swedish whiskey girl uses these. They're kind of like a Glencairn, but they flare out just a little bit, and they have a stem, and I just really like the look of those. I don't know functionally how they work. I'm sure they work just fine. So you're not wearing pants either. Okay, I'm actually in my Aquavite polo right now. Wore it to work today, and someone complimented me on it. Oh yeah, his t-shirts look so nice. I actually just got a t-shirt. He's out of the women's t-shirts, and I've just been like, oh, I'm not going to buy a t-shirt until he has the women's. And then it was like, still doesn't have the women's, still doesn't have, and I was like, screw it. I'm just buying them. So I bought one. Not a polo, just like a regular t-shirt. So Small batch is a blend of grain and malt. Yeah, so, but it's kind of cool. And, because they have the single pot still, it's kind of neat that they can also blend that with it as well. Like, that almost should be its own category, but it's really neat. So, okay, let me see what I can get on this. Only had one rum cask finish from the English distillery company, Cracking Dram. Okay. Oh, thanks, Amy. Don't forget to hit the like button. Helps the YouTube gods to recommend Shayla to others. The tooth holds... Sorry. Okay, Tweth? I'm probably saying that wrong, so sorry, guys. More than a Glencairn. You can also see... set it on its side. Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay. All right. I'm going to go for a sip of this. I feel like I get this with a lot of Irish whiskeys. Like, the nose seems kind of restricted for a while. I don't know if you guys get that as well, but I'm trying to get notes, and it may be just because I haven't spent enough time with this dram or this whiskey, but I'm trying to get notes, and it just seems kind of constricted. I think after a little while, it seems to open up a little bit more, but more than Scotch. Like, when you first pour Scotch, I feel like you can still get notes on it. But with Irish, I don't know why, but it seems like it's a slower process. Oh, wow. I'm really, really surprised by these whiskeys. Tealing is doing a good job. Okay, Donald Rance. Walsh whiskey does... I should have just had Donald on, honestly. He is, like... First off, accents. He's got one of the coolest accents. If you guys haven't heard his, like, voice in real life, it's so cool. But he just knows so much about this. I should have had you on, Donald. Okay, Walsh Whiskey does the single pot still and single malt blends in the Irishman series and Writer's Tears. Yeah, that's what I was saying just a second ago. The Writer's Tears. I didn't know about the Irishman, but okay. The Irishman blends are 70-30 single malt pot still. Writer's Tears is a 60-40 blend. Okay, so interesting. Thanks, Donald. Wow. Tua glasses. Okay, thank you. Oh, they're a triangular foot. Okay. Oh, is it kind of like a wobble glass? Here, hold on one sec. Okay, this is probably not it, but I've got, it's like, obviously this is not a Glencairn shape, it's like more of a rocks glass, but it's got that, thing, so it probably won't be able to see that, but it like does that because it's got kind of a triangular foot. I don't know. I'm gonna put this down. I look really dumb holding a stem glass. It's kind of like a platypus wearing a Rolex. Yeah, I don't know. I like these because I'm so clumsy that I probably would knock over the ones with the stems. But I really like the stems. It just feels like kind of, I don't know, not that stemmed glassware is girly, but it just kind of feels more girly to me. I don't know. Nothing against anybody that does it, but just feels like more feminine. I don't know. To me, I'm a weirdo though. Okay, I already read that. Whoops. You mean a Canadian accent? Yeah, but it's like, I've heard some Canadians, and nothing against any Canadian accents, but it's like, okay, it's a Canadian accent, but like Donald's Canadian accent's like, is like good, like, it's like cool. It's almost like Scottish. It's like Scottish Canadian or something. I don't know. It's different. It's different than other Canadians, I think. I should have had him on, damn it. Okay. I have some time to join before work calls again. Hey, Donnie, how's it going? Linux Cat. Okay, let me go for another sip on this. I really like this one. Really surprised by it. It's got, I think it's kind of cool that we had, the single malt, the single grain, and then a blend of a single malt and a single grain from the same distillery. These are all Tealing. I get the creaminess of that grain. I get a little bit of the spiciness of the single malt. And then that rum cask sweetness I don't think it's overly sweet either. There's a little bit of like a drying oak, not too bad, just a smidge. And then there's a little bit of that rum cask sweetness. So it's really, I don't know, this just feels really well balanced. I enjoy this one quite a bit. I'm so pleasantly surprised by this night. This is why I wanted to do this. Like, I think a lot of the times people will write off a type of whiskey. You know, like they'll try quite a few. Like I've tried quite a few Irish, and sometimes I've really loved the Redbreast, but I haven't gotten on with some of these other Irish whiskeys. But instead of going, I don't like Irish whiskey, I go, I need to go down Irish whiskey way further because there's way more that I haven't experienced. So I can't say that I don't like something, you know. Okay, Tim, Donner Pass Whiskey. Pouring my only rum cask finish, a Glen Scotia 2009. Are you just trying to make me jealous? Oh gosh, that sounds so good. Just as soon as anybody says Glen Scotia, I say, that sounds good. I don't care what it is because it's just good. Everyday whiskey glass tends to be a Turkish tea glass. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I've seen those. Are those, correct me if I'm wrong, Helen, are those kind of like the Kenzie glasses? I think that's what I've seen some people selling the Kenzie glasses, and I think that might be what they look like, but I'm not 100% sure. Carlo Mack, evening all, better late than never, right? Yes. I don't actually know where Donald is from. I don't know if he wants to divulge that either, but if you feel like it, Donald, you can tell people where you're from. Only rum finished whiskeys are probably Balvenie, the Balvenie Cuban selection, and Angel's Envy Rye. Okay, so Balvenie, not the 14, or is it the 14-year Caribbean cask? I don't know what the Cuban selection is. I've never heard of that one. And then Angel's Envy Rye. Okay, yeah, interesting. Hey, cheers, Ethan. I kind of like the stemmed glasses, yeah, but I've definitely broken more, for sure, yeah. The stemmed, I don't know, they're just nice. Those East Coast accents are something special. No, I'm from Ontario. Okay, yeah. And I don't know about Canadian accents, honestly. I just poured some Glendale 7-year single malt port cask finish. Nice, Carlo. The Mac. So next week, bourbon, right, Shayla? Okay, so Amy, one of these weeks we're actually going to do American single malt. That's the plan. And I probably should do a bourbon vPub. I know they don't happen very often, but if you guys are interested, we could do a bourbon vPub. I would need some ideas of things that other people can get. Like I know a lot of people are from Europe in this chat. Or, you know, Canada, you guys might not be able to get some of the stuff that I have. So I would want it to be some maybe more accessible things so that if I do like something, you know, you guys are able to go get it maybe. But yeah, let me know, guys. Just put it in the chat. Similar shape, but the tea glass is a little more rounded. Okay, with more of a flare at the top. Okay, so similar to that though. Cuban selection was before Caribbean cask. Oh, okay, great. Oh, okay. The real Newfoundland accent is worse than a real Scottish accent. It's unintelligible. Oh man, I was listening. So in preparation for this, I'm rambling so much, you guys. Hold on, let me drink a sip of this and I'll move on to D. Yeah, that's just really nice. It has the creaminess and the spiciness, but it's a little bit, I don't know if it's just the mix of them, but it's a little bit more flat on the palate. Not in a super bad way or anything, but it almost rounds, the two round each other out almost a little bit too much, I think. It kind of flattens it out just a smidge. So, okay. Oh, so really quick, I was listening to a podcast about Irish whiskey in preparation for this vPub, and I could understand everybody, but then there was this one guy, and I was just like, literally, they were all Irish, and I could understand most of them, but there was one guy, and I was like, I cannot understand anything he's saying, like, almost, like, every other word, maybe, but I just had to skip his part, because I waited for a little while, and I was like, no, there's no way I'm understanding what he's saying. Oh, gosh. Okay, oh, gosh. Jeff, whiskey evening all. Glad to be able to catch the Irish whiskey night. Thanks, Jeff. Checking in from Ontario. Nice crowd, eh? We need Dixie Cup Glens, Red Solo Cups in the I know! DC, you are a genius, because I was doing that freaking Abasolo Mexican whiskey video where I was going out and, like, trying to get people to try Abasolo Mexican whiskey. And all I had was plastic cups. And I was like, they need to make plastic, like Glens, so you can actually get the same effect, but it's just in plastic. Because it's just not as good. Okay, Brian says, oh wow, god dang, I'm just smelling this freaking Redbreast 12 cast strength. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Oh, it's so appley. Okay, alright, give me a second. I was very pleased that I not only got to talk with Roy, but we were also drinking bourbon. I know, how cool is that? Yeah, that was a really fun guest stream. I'm sad I didn't get to catch it live. Capita Glass for breakfast whiskey, Glencairn for rowdy evening whiskey. There you go, Nick Keen. Hey, Nick, how's it going? Oh, so many. Try the Glencairn 15. It's fantastic. I would if I could, but I can't. Was he speaking Irish Gaelic? That's a fun language. No, he was speaking a version of English. I just poured Lechik Rio hot cask. Oh, dang, Lucas, you lucky dog. I know, plastic and Glens don't mix. I understand, but just like as a travel thing, or like as you want people to try stuff, but you don't want to wash 8,000 Glens, We're light on Irish at the moment. Got the Glendalough and some Jameson Caskmates stouts. Nice. Sorry to hear the Abasolo taco stand video didn't come out. Thanks for trying. Yeah, Tim, I loved the freaking idea, but yeah, it just did not work. Also, it's like 90 degrees and 90% humidity, so my hair was just a mess, and there was road noise, and just nothing worked. My husband is not a cameraman, so my husband was trying to hold the camera, but he has such big hands, and the camera is so tiny that I would be in the middle of an interview and he would accidentally press the record button off. So I have a bunch of you don't even get to see the reaction. So it just did not work. And I was like, I'm not doing this again. I'm not. So maybe in the winter, and if I can find somebody to hold a camera that has small hands. My parents live in Bushmills. Wow. A couple wee pleasure boats. Alcoholic Styla. Okay. How do you know they don't mix? DC, what are you talking about? Probably something I said just a moment ago, but I've completely forgot at this point. So you're going to have to remind me. Be more specific. Yeah, this is the one, Donald. I've looked for this because I think I may have messaged you and asked you, just like, what should I get? And this is what you recommend, the Turcano. And I just have not seen any. Yeah, maybe a thing to do. Yeah, so when it's cooler, like November, December, I might try it again. That's kind of my plan. But we're also going to be trying to move at that time. We're going to sell our house and we're moving to Portugal, or that's the plan anyway. So I might not have time because I'll be packing and all that stuff. So okay, so we're moving on to D. Redbreast 12, pot still. This one is 57.6% ABV, non-colored, non-chill filtered. So, correct me if I'm wrong, Donald. So this can be made with, it has to be made with a maximum of 30% malted barley, a maximum of 30%, or minimum, right? Minimum. Yeah, minimum of 30% malted barley, minimum of 30% unmalted barley, and then 5%, a maximum of 5% other grains. But I'm pretty sure this one is just unmalted and malted. I don't think it has any, like, corn or anything in it. I mean, 5% is a really small amount, but... And then, distilled in pot stills. This is a mix of ex-bourbon and ex-sherry casks. God, it smells good. Dang. It smells so appley. I feel like normally, I get a little bit of apple on it normally, but going through this flight, it really kind of hit me. Turcano 10-year Madeira and Turcano 16 Oloroso and Moscatel are both awesome. Cool. Yeah. Yes. That's the plan. We're going over to make sure we like it, and then we're heading over. I would just move without even ever going over because I'm good. I'm just like, as long as I'm in Europe, I don't really care where I'm at. As long as I can get to Scotland a few times a year and just be within a flight of all European places, I'm good. And it's so much cooler over there than it is here, so I'm just excited to be able to wear pants again. Okay. We've come back across the Irish Sea and have poured Sociable Lakes Whiskey, Maker's Reserve number 4. Oh, wow. I've never even heard of that. Cool, though. Oh, how do you know plastic and whiskey don't mix? Right. Yeah. I mean, you gotta try it. Obviously, glass is better, but in a pinch, I think they should have little, Oh, man, you guys have such interesting drams. I've got Tealing, Bushmills, Redbreast, and Connemara, I feel like some classic, probably most people have heard of those. All these ones that you guys have, I'm like, I have not heard of any of these, which is awesome. It just means I have more to explore. If you like Redbreast cast strength, try Redbreast small batch. It's totally different. People say that they kind of don't like it, from what I've heard, because they dropped the age statement. Okay, bang on. The Redbreast is only malted and unmalted barley. Okay. This is said to be 60% unmalted, 40% malted. But Middleton are pretty tight-lipped about it, yeah. Portugal is lovely. Would be nice to have you in the same general time zone, too. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm excited. I lived in Germany for 10 years. I miss Europe. Oh, wow. So, Trev lived there, too. Carla, were you kind of in the same situation there, or... Why do you live in Germany? You just wanted to experience Europe? Oh, my goodness, guys. I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to pick it out in a blind flight, but the texture and flavor and just everything that this whiskey is, I just love it so much. It's just so good. Man, it's the bomb. It's the bomb. Portugal, jealous. So, Tim, gosh dang it. Are you in Nova Scotia? I can never frickin' remember. Sorry, guys, if... yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to move, I think, but... Oh my gosh, Michael Henry is in. Michael Henry. Dude, this is insane. One of the coolest accents in the game. Michael Henry. One of just the coolest people in the game. So I was making a video. What was I making a video about? The types of Scotch whiskey. And I posted in the Barfly group. And Michael got a hold of me and helped me out with the whole freaking script for that video. Not that he would do this anyway, but not to promote Loch Lomond or anything like that. It's just to be a whiskey nerd, just to help somebody out. He's just a super cool guy. And I love his whiskeys to boot, so that just makes it 8 times better. Jim Morris. Croftnega, heavily peated. Oh, that's a heavily peated Loch Lomond. I thought you were talking about Irish. It sounded like an Irish whiskey. Almost entirely used for blending other than their rare independent bottling. Okay, so maybe that's why I haven't heard of it. I got stationed there in the Army. Okay, I figured. I wasn't sure. I liked it so much I got it out of the military and stayed. Oh, that's so cool. Michael Henry, it's so good to have you, and this is awesome. We're doing Irish tonight, so I probably should have had you on. Only one person here from Nova Scotia, that's Jimmy Legg. Okay, yep. Northern California. Am I just losing my mind? I think it's just because I saw your cold mountain, and I was just like, oh yeah, that's Canada. Sorry, Tim. I'm freaking losing my marbles. Gregor Dykman, hopefully. Just in, but I'm pretty tired. I'll stay for a while. Thanks, Gregor. Sorry, Tim. Gosh dang it. I can't remember anything. I have to try to catch up on some sleep. Love hanging out in here for a while. We'll catch the rest on the replay. Cheers. Yeah, so sorry, John. I wish these were on Friday so you didn't have to work the next day. Everybody's saying hello to the legend in chat here. Oh my god. Yeah. I'm very nervous about moving my collection. I'm gonna try to move it. I'm gonna put it on the manifest. I'm gonna hope that all I have to do is pay some import tax to get it in. Like, it's my personal whiskey collection. All of them are open. I'm not trying to like sell bottles or anything like that. So I'm really, really hoping that I can get it through, but I have no idea. Michael Henry, hey Shayla, working late this evening, so have the vPub on, just jumping in and out of chat, but had to catch the Northern Ireland chat. Yes, couldn't miss the Irish show. Oh, so good to have you, and thanks, Michael, for coming in. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm not good with geography or anything about Canada. I'm an idiot is what I'm trying to say. Okay. This redbreast is wonderful. I love it. I knew I was going to like it because I have a bottle of it, but I think, honestly, the biggest surprise that I've experienced so far are these Tealing whiskeys. I haven't had any of these, and I like all of them, which is exciting. Okay, you should calculate the import tax first. It may cost you more than the whiskey. Hopefully not. There's a lot of whiskey that I have that I can't get over there. Like I have a ton of bourbon. Like, I have half of my collection is Scotch and half is bourbon. So I don't want to get rid of those, you know? Redbreast cask strength makes a great old fashioned. Oh, that would be interesting to try. You should see the Dutch Mountains Whiskey Central. Either ship it or we can have vPub Mexico weekend. There you go. We can all just meet up and drink all my whiskey before I leave. Okay, so it'll be interesting. I'll go back a little bit. Man, that does not play like a cask strength whiskey. It's got a really good texture, but there's no Kentucky hug. I mean, for being almost like 120, 115, 120 proof. Oh, wow. Whew. Okay, now I'm moving on to Connemara. Let me cleanse my palate real quick. There you go. We might have to throw a little party if I can't bring my whiskey over. I just hope I can, though. I don't want to have to buy all this stuff again, you know? I think Bushmills did an exclusive Portugal release for their market. Oh, wow. That's cool. If that is the case, that's really cool. Okay, so we're on E. This is Connemara. This is their original non-age stated. I prefer the 12-year. This is 40% colored, chill filtered. This is made from 100%, so this is another single malt made from 100% malted barley. It's said to be peated around between 15 and 20 parts per million. And then this is double distilled, majority, if not all, ex-bourbon barrels. And I really like this one. For the price, I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. Same with the 12. Like, I like it as a sample that's given to me, but buying a bottle, it might be a little bit too expensive. Excuse me, guys. Connemara is really tasty. That was my gateway to peat. Yeah, I really like it. I just think for a non-age stated to be like $40 to $45, there's other stuff that I can get that I think I enjoy more. Or I could get a peated Isla. Obviously, this is different, but the one thing I get on this, and some people think it's kind of a weird note, but I get banana on this, like banana and pineapple. I think pineapple more than banana, honestly. And on the 12, I get like tons of pineapple. It's like ridiculously fruity. But yeah, I get like pineapple, banana, little bit of like maybe like banana cream pie or something. There's kind of like a vanilla creaminess to it too. And then there is a little bit of peat. To me, it doesn't play super peated. Connemara tastes more peated than it is. I read it was 15 parts per million. I'm not a fan myself. It seems too earthy and unbalanced, but it launched the peated whiskey resurgence in Irish whiskey. There you go. Yeah, so it has to be, it's good for something. So, okay, I'm going to go for a sip of this. Yeah. There's just so many other peated whiskeys that I like more than this. I think it's cool that Irish whiskey is doing a peated thing, and maybe I would enjoy the Tealing. I've really enjoyed the Tealing whiskey, so I'm gonna try the Tealing Black Pits when I get a chance. And any other, let me know, guys. Any other peated whiskeys, peated Irish whiskeys that you guys enjoy, maybe more than Connemara? I'd be interested to hear. But this one, I just don't like it as much, the non-age stated. The 12-year-old is way fruitier and it seems more balanced to me. There's a fruitiness, a little bit of a smokiness, and it plays, nice together. This one's a little bit just too... I like peated whiskeys, but I think Stacy said it best, like it's a little bit unbalanced. There's just a little bit too much peat and not enough other things going on to kind of pique my interest enough. I just wanted to put it in here to kind of show that Irish is doing something, that I didn't know that there was a peated Irish whiskey until not until I was researching this, but I didn't know for quite a long time that existed. So, yes, Mike Myers, Mike Meyer. I always say Mike Myers just accidentally. I know it's Mike Meyer, so sorry, Mike. Okay, I only have 2 Irish whiskeys at the moment, Tullamore Dew and Redbreast Cask Strength. I'll pour the Tullamore down the drain and the Redbreast into the glass. You don't like the Tullamore, I'm going to take it. Connemara is pricey for what you get. It's around $45 to $50. Yeah, I feel like, there's so many good Islay whiskeys. God dang, you make me want to drink at work. Hey, Mike. Off to bed, have fun. Thanks so much, Alfred, for coming in. Appreciate it. Bowen just launched a peated too. The good, the bad, the smoky. Oh, there you go. Not ready for Connemara yet, so I'll try Dunville VR 10 instead. Yeah, I don't know. I like the 12, but I got a sample of the 12. If I bought that for $70 and then had it, I think I'd be pretty disappointed. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I just like that they're doing a peated whiskey. I think it's cool, but probably my least favorite in terms of these 5. The Tealing, all the Tealings and the Redbreast are just better in my opinion. So I'm gonna rank that one as 5th. Now it is interesting. I mean, I know the Redbreast is probably gonna get 1st. But not necessarily, I think only based on ABV. There's so much flavor that comes with all of that alcohol that I think it kind of just has to be. The texture, the flavor, everything about it is just wonderful. But these Tealings, I love that they're 46%. If they were 57.6, I think maybe Redbreast would have a little bit of a run for its money because these are pretty fantastic at 46. So, up another 10% and they might beat this out. God, that's wonderful, though. It's so creamy, shortbread, vanilla, apple. I'm just gonna put it as number 1. I like it the most, but I'm really interested. Now I have to rank these Tealings. That's gonna be hard. Dean Andrews. Okay, I'm late. So what are you drinking? Still at work. So we got Tealing single malt, Tealing single grain, Tealing. I think it's called small batch, but it's basically blended Irish. Redbreast pot still, single pot still, and then Connemara peated, non-age stated, the original. That's what we got. Oh man, this is so good. Okay. So we'll do our rank, and then we will do the Irish whiskey quiz. I'm very excited. It took me a while. So normally, I do not want to get these confused. Okay, let me just keep them in their little cubbies. I've got them in this little holder. And if I don't keep them in the holder, I will forget which one is which. So, but yeah, we've got an Irish whiskey quiz. It took me quite a long time to make it, though, because normally I get all my questions from my books that I'm reading about whiskey, but I don't have an Irish whiskey book that I'm reading right now. Recommendations, please. Anybody let me know. Best Irish whiskey book to get into. So I usually am just pulling questions from my books that are interesting. But because I didn't have anything on Irish, I had to kind of look on the internet and stuff. So I hope they're original enough, and hope you guys like it. So this one's smelling a little bit, and I don't mean it as a diss, but this what is it? The Tealing small batch is smelling a little bit like nail polish remover coming off the heels of the Redbreast 12. A little bit like nail polish remover, honestly. Wow, like a lot. I didn't get that going this way, but this way I'm getting it quite a bit. Okay, let's see. Donald Rance's autobiography is good. Jimmy. Oh my goodness. You might not have a book on Irish, but you know Donald, so you should have asked him. I know, so I wanted to have him double check my quiz, but I've been so busy this week. I've had some doctor's appointments and stuff, and just I don't even have the video for this week edited yet. Like, I'm really, really behind, so I finished the quiz last night, and I was like, I'm not going to bug him at night to ask him to, check it. I should have asked him earlier. I was just busy, and so yeah, smelling like creamy vanilla nail polish remover. I don't know why I'm getting that on it right now. Okay, I'm gonna go on the palate. Cheers, guys. Okay. Dean, what's a good high proof Irish whiskey? It seems like the ones I look at, Oregon, range about the same as tequilas. Just name off 5, keep it under 90, please. I don't know what Redbreast cask strength. I think Redbreast cask strength is like 89. So, I mean, that one's pretty fantastic. But anybody else, there's a very knowledgeable crowd in here as usual. So, anybody else know some good ones under 90, shoot them out. Only book I could suggest is A Glass Apart. I have over 50 bottles of Irish whiskey and probably only know a shot glass as much info as Donald. Yeah, he's pretty legit. And as long as I made the quiz right, I'm pretty sure he's going to get all of the quiz questions correct. They're probably too easy. It's 109 here in Oregon. My goodness. Yeah, why is it smelling so much like freaking nail polish remover? It's bothering me. Okay, let me go for another sip. Okay, so I think that one might be my least favorite of the Tealings. So that's the Tealing small batch. Then I've got the Tealing single grain and Tealing single malt. That one, for some reason, it didn't smell like nail polish at first, but it's smelling like it now, and I really don't like that. The taste is fine. It doesn't taste like it, but I'm just hoping that it goes away, and it won't go away. So I'll come back to that maybe. Okay, so now we got to do B and A. I'll figure out which one I like the most, and then we'll do the quiz. I'm excited. Oh, Frank, I have to call it a day. Eyes are getting too heavy. Slanjava, everybody. Thank you so much, Frank, for coming in. I know it's late where you're at. Okay, for high proof Irish whiskeys, the West Cork cask strength is 62% and cost me under $50 Canadian. Okay. Oh, great, Graham. Thank you so much. I love reading books. I've got this one. I think it's called Nosedive. It's got a really cool beaker bottle. I haven't started it yet. But yeah, I'm excited about that one. I've got tons of whiskey books in my shopping cart on my Kindle. So yeah, anything you have, I'd love. Yeah, you can send me an email or Instagram message or whatever, Graham. That's cool. Everybody's saying night to Frank. There we go. Oh, Scotch on the Bayou. Leanne is in. Hello, Leanne. I don't see you, but why can't I see you? Dang it. I don't know. Oh, there you are. Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. That's awesome. We'll see. Little teaser, but me and Leanne are working on a thing. So, just so you guys know. I sent you a message back on Instagram, Leanne, so we'll have to figure out what whiskeys we want to do. Okay. Yeah, this one smells so soft. It's like you almost get like hardly anything on the palate. So this is the single grain. Yeah. Or hardly anything on the nose is what I meant. I think I said palate. God, the palate's really nice though. That creamy texture. I mean, it almost feels like you're eating a dessert. Like a super creamy dessert. God, that's good. I can see why you like this, Stacy, because I would 100%, just so you guys know, I would buy a bottle of the Tealing single malt. I'd buy a bottle in a heartbeat. I'd buy a bottle of the single grain in a heartbeat. Don't think I'd buy a bottle of the blended, sadly. I liked it at first, but I didn't like it on the way back. And then obviously Redbreast is the bomb, so. Still at work. Yikes, about an hour away from a dram. Oh, we're with you. Almost there. Wow. This smells so wine casky coming off of the single grain. The single malt just... And I mean, it does have Sherry, Port Madeira, Cabernet Sauvignon, and white Burgundy, so just ridiculous. So I would say, but what's crazy is the single grain is fully matured in Cabernet Sauvignon barrels, but I don't get that on the single grain. Like, I don't know if I would tell you it's ex-bourbon, but I don't think, in a blind, I don't think I would tell you that's a wine cask. This smells more wine cask finish. Which, I mean, I think it's like fully matured and all that stuff. God, it smells so good. Dang. Okay. Oh, wow. That's so good, too. Dang it. Pouring Kilchoman 100% Isla Barley Batch 10. Oh my gosh. Tim, I have a sample of that exact whiskey. It's really good. Let me know, Tim, do you get, and I mean, I think I get this on a lot of peated whiskeys, but like Kilchoman, that 10th edition Isla Barley 100%, I get a ton of effervescence. Like on the palate, it is just like super bubbly. Let me know if you get that, or if I'm just crazy. Probably the latter. Okay. So I think the Tealing single malt has a lot more flavor. And it's got a different texture. It's kind of like that barrel spice, baking spice kind of thing. And then the single grain, the Tealing single grain, has a really nice texture, a lighter kind of custardy flavor. I think it kind of depends on your mood. I don't know if I could say I like one more than the other. Which is really surprising because I thought I would only like the single malt. Originally, I was like, oh, I don't know about the grain. I'm not sure. Wow. Okay. Man. I think tonight, just kind of with my mood, I'm enjoying the single grain flavor a lot more. But I love the single malt. I just love it. But I think I like the single grain more. You get almost nothing on the nose, but the palate's really nice. Oh, a little bit of spice is coming on now too. But that just custardy wonderfulness is... Okay, so I think I got my order. I think that's my second. I think that's my third. Yeah, okay. All right, only took me an hour and 20 minutes, guys. No big deal. Okay, so my number one choice is Redbreast Cast Strength. Number 2 is the Tealing Single Grain. Number 3 is the Tealing Single Malt. Number 4 is the Tealing Blended Irish. And then number 5 is the Connemara Peated Irish Single Malt. That's my order, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going to grab a little bit of this Tealing Single Malt, or Single Grain, dang it. I like single grain, it's different. Yeah, me too. Me too. There's something about it, something I like about it a lot right now, so. Hey, Tom. Hi, Barfellas. Just popping in to say hi before spaghetti. Oh, God dang it, now I want spaghetti, Tom. Interesting description. I can see that it's fresh, grassy, lightly peated. These are 100% dirt to glass in-house whiskeys. My favorite Kilchoman. Yeah, I get an effervescence. I don't know. But yeah, very fresh and light, and I don't know why I get that. I get it on a lot of peated whiskeys, though, so I might just be a weirdo, probably, is what it is. So, okay, guys. I don't even think I have that pulled up. Let me get this off of here. Okay, and then I need... How do I do this? Share screen. Are you guys ready for the quiz? Are you guys ready? Should we do it now? Let me know. Dang, I really like the single grain. It's the bomb. Very happy that I'm finding more Irish whiskeys that I like. I intend to, even if I didn't like most of these tonight, I intend to still continue down the path of exploration to find ones that I do like. But Redbreast and Tealing so far have been very good, in my opinion. I'm really excited to try Tyrconnell and a lot of those other ones, though. Yay, quiz. Okay. Andrew Butler, I got effervescence from a Fetter Karen. So I have a Fetter Karen from Whiskey Mystery from 1996. I'm really freaking excited to try it. Haven't tried it yet. It'll be on a Saturday. I do Saturday streams too, guys, if you don't know. It'll be on one of my Saturday streams at some point. So, okay, guys, let's do the quiz. We're an hour and a half in. I think it's time for the quiz. Share screen, and then Chrome tab, this one, share, and then present. Okay. You guys can see that, right? And let me do this. I'm getting better at this, guys. I think a third vPub in, I'm feeling a little bit more, good. I don't know. Come on, little guy. I'm trying to move my Chrome tabs here. Come on. You can do it. No, you can't. Okay. Darn it. I just see if it'll... There it goes. There we are. Okay, where are we at, guys? Now I can see the chat. I'm ready for the quiz. Okay. All right, it's an easy quiz tonight. I think it actually is an easy quiz tonight. I think it's all right. Okay, first one. Probably everybody will get this one. Okay, on the bottle of Jameson, you'll see a coat of arms that says Sine Metu. What does this mean? Does it mean A, without fear, B, without excuses, or C, without sacrifice? Okay, and Roy gives you guys 45 seconds to answer. So I'm going to give you guys 45 seconds. Helen says easy, LOL. I thought it was a gimme. I thought it was too easy. I think we have to make a rule that tonight Donald has to answer, he has to wait to answer until 20 people have answered. Because otherwise, everyone is going to get a 10 out of 10, which is fine. But, dang. I really like this Tealing single grain. Man, it's awesome. All right, well, this is a very knowledgeable crowd. Very knowledgeable crowd. Everybody's saying A. And it is. A means without fear. Good job, everybody that got A. Give yourself a point. Make sure to tell me what your scores are in the lounge. Write them down. Oh, Mike said he was gonna guess C. Okay. I tried to pick ones that like were like they would make sense too, like without sacrificing quality or like no excuses, those sorts of things. So okay. All right, number 2. Okay, so again, this is gonna be way too easy of a quiz, guys. Sorry. All right. Irish whiskey has to be aged for at least 3 years. But what can it be aged in? A, only oak. B, any type of wood. Or C, in stainless steel vats. And I'll give you guys 45 seconds to answer while I enjoy this Tealing wonderfulness. And then I'm going to go over to the cast strength. Okay, lots of people are guessing B. And Ivo has already put that he's gotten 2 out of 2 before even revealing, because that's how confident he is. Okay, guys, everybody's answering correct. Very knowledgeable crowd, any type of wood. I thought this was really cool. I mean, I learned this really early on into the journey. I think it was like right when I was doing my Jameson video, which was like one of my first videos. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool that, they have the flexibility to use other woods, and they do. So I think it's kind of neat. All right, if you got it right, give yourself a point. I think there's going to be a lot of 10 out of 10s tonight. I'm just guessing. Okay, the Cooley Distillery released its first single malt in 1992. What was the name of this first spirit? It was supposed to say their first spirit. Was it A, Locke's single malt, B, Tealing single malt, or C, Doyle and Walsh's single malt? And I'll give you guys 45 seconds. Mike says he guessed correct. Well, there you go. Sugar Kitty says, I think it should be aged in red plastic cups. There you go. Jimmy Lake says, nope. This is a guess. Okay. Dang, I could drink that all night. That single grain's good. I mean, I love a lot of these, but for some reason this one is just kind of hitting my jam. I do love the red breast a little bit more, though. Oh, this one's splitting the crowd a little bit. We got some A's, B's, we got some C's. Okay. All right. Let's see what everybody... I'll give you guys a little bit more time to get your answers in here. All right. Okay, guys, you ready? I'm going to reveal. It is Locke's single malt. So, again, I didn't write this down, so I can't remember, but pretty sure Tealing actually started the distillery. So, like, it would make sense that you would think it was Tealing. And I thought it would be too, actually. And then on C, I just literally looked up the most Irish-sounding names, and that's what I put in for the answer for C. But no, yeah, it was Locke's single malt. So if you got that right, give yourself a point. Let's move on to number 4. Okay, Waterford and Middleton use mash filters instead of mash tuns. What does this help to achieve? A, the same yield per bushel, but it's a faster process. B, less yield per bushel of barley. Or C, more yield per bushel of barley. Okay, Donner says that was banana skin. Shite. Okay. Sorry, Tim. Dean says, I only chose A because C was too long of a title. Yeah, so John Tealing started Cooley, so I probably should have put a banana skin. But if you know, you know. I mean, it's Locks. It's Locks. Okay, semi-ass hat. Okay, sorry, guys. All right. Okay, I should have put banana skins. Sorry guys. I never know when to put banana skins because I sent a quiz to Menno and I thought like, oh, this is a banana skin. And so I put a banana skin and then he was like, I don't know why you have a banana skin on that one, but it's this, and maybe it's just because he knows them. So I kind of stopped putting banana skins, but okay, we've got lots of C's. Everybody is guessing C from what I can tell. Give you guys a little bit longer just to guess away. Probably gonna edit my video after this. I still haven't edited and I have work to do tomorrow. Have a feeling it's really A ? Okay. All right, I'm gonna give it. Okay, so it's C. So it's more yield per bushel. And the reason is because they have a bunch of filters. So they can use flour, which increases the amount of fermentable sugars in the wash. So instead of just grist, where they have like some flour and then a bunch of other stuff like the husks and everything, they can just use flour. So like it's just more soluble and they're able to get more out of each round, which I thought was really interesting. I didn't know. I didn't even know how a mash filter worked until this week. I had to do a bunch of research to figure out how they work. But they're kind of cool. Like I don't know in terms of like how expensive they are, but to me, if you like, barley is an expensive grain to produce. It's more expensive than corn. It's more expensive than rye. Like it has a high enzymatic power, but it's more expensive, So my thought is, I mean, if you could, why wouldn't you use a mash filter? So maybe they're just prohibitively expensive, but I mean, it pays for itself at some point because you're getting more yield per bushel of barley. So that one was kind of interesting. Okay, number 5, the picture question. What distillery is this? I'm just going to let it be up for a little bit before I cover it. Graham says, might get a pass tonight, 4 from 4. I told you it was going to be an easy quiz. Okay, is this, and sorry if I'm mispronouncing any of these names, is it Loch Gill, B, Slane, or C, Glendree? Hopefully I'm saying those right. It's an Irish distillery, but what Irish distillery is it? Mike Meyer, 1 out of 4 looks like summer school for me. No. We just, I didn't know a lot of this stuff before the quiz. There's Irish whiskey is a less explored topic, so it's fine. Waterford bought a Guinness brewery, so the high-tech hardware was already there. Oh, interesting, Tim. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it may just be too expensive for people to put, rip out their mash tuns or not use them or whatever, and then put, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so we've got B, A, B, lots of little bit based on a lake. Slane, okay, this is splitting the crowd a little bit. Okay, because there's a lake in the background. I was kind of hoping that would give it away. These are some of the more, not as well-known distilleries, so. Oh, Michael Henry, great info. Okay, he says mash filters are more expensive with more moving parts, so more cost to maintain and less reliable. Okay, so it doesn't make sense, even though it is more yield, cost prohibitive. Okay, great, good to know. Okay, guys, this is Loch Gill. I was hoping that would, this photo would give you a little clue. It kind of looks a little bit like the Slane distillery. Slane's got kind of that brick, brick thing going on, but it's a little bit different. So, who's laughing now? Des. Okay, guys, on to question 6. Aeneas Coffey, the Irishman, patented the single column still, which he went to Scotland with when rejected by his countrymen. What was his job before making the still? Was he A, an excise man, B, a cooper, or C, a broom maker? Jimmy Lake says I was 92% wrong. Oh, that's great. All right, so was Aeneas Coffey an A, excise man, B, a cooper, or C, a broom maker? Before inventing... So I guess I keep saying that Aeneas Coffey invented the column still, and I might be wrong because there was another guy, can't remember his name. I think his first name is Robert. Can't remember. Don't quote me on that, but somebody on one of my articles, it said that he invented the column still, but then Aeneas Coffey made adjustments to it and then patented his adjustments. Like he made it better. So I say that he invented it, but maybe he just modified it and then patented his own version, which, I mean, he obviously did a better job. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay, we've got lots of people saying A. Yeah, so, man, the Irish, and I get why they would say no. They didn't want to, the Irish people didn't want to change their style. You know, they're like, no, we do single pot still, we do pot still, single malt. So it makes sense why they would say no, but kind of sucks because they had all of these wars, like 1914, 1916, 1919, American Prohibition. Then, Aeneas Coffey invented it, back in the 1830s. So that was already going. So Scotland had that going for them as well. So, but, we're seeing a resurgence now. It would be interesting to kind of, if you could see into a different, like, alternate reality to see if they had said yes to the coffee still, how would Irish whiskey be right now? Would it be even bigger than Scotch, or, yeah, Aeneas improved it and patented that. Yeah, so I always say, you talked about this with Mash and Drum, didn't you, Dean? I may have. Okay, guys, you ready? He was an excise man, so before he gave his invention to Scotland, I mean, he tried to give it to Ireland first, to be fair, but he also was the guy that made sure that you got taxed for all of your barley. Okay. Let's go on to the next question. Okay, this one, I should have put an asshat probably. It's a little bit of an asshat. Don't hate me too bad, okay? All right, as the crow flies, what is the furthest distillery from Bushmills in Northern Ireland? Is it A, Lag, B, Lochransa, or C, Bunnahabhain? Oh, it may have been with Dan and Sean because we were talking about the Nika coffee malt. I think that's what I think that may have been. Lots of pass marks already. Okay, let's see what you guys got. So what's the furthest distillery? Which one's the furthest away from Bushmills? Yeah, the single grain is wonderful. Okay, this is splitting the crowd a little bit. We got A, B, C, A, B, C, B, C. There's, yeah. So the furthest away from Bushmills. I'll let everybody answer. Give a little bit more time. Oh, and then is next week, I think next week, potentially, if next week is August, wait, god dang it, I can't remember when Menno's coming on, but Menno is going to be doing a Menno quiz, and we're going to be, I think the topic is the 6 classic malts from Diageo. We're going to be doing the flight of those, and then we'll have a Menno-themed quiz, so kind of excited. Okay, we got some B's, we got some A's. Okay, guys, you ready? It is Locranza. So Lag's on the south end of the island, and it's close, but it's not as close as Buna. So Buna seems like it would be further away. I actually thought it would be further away, but it's close. It's actually the closest out of the three. And then Locranza on the top of Aden is the furthest away. I think it's only by like 10 miles. So I mean, it's not a large amount, but it is the furthest away. So yeah. All right, guys. Question 8. In 1987, Cooley joined the ranks of Irish whiskey distillers. But what was it before that? Was it A, a gin distillation plant, B, a potato distillation plant, or C, a brewery? Robert Stein. Yes. I think that was correct. Yeah. I can't remember if I said his name was Robert or not, but thanks, Gregor. It may be more than 10 miles. I can't remember. I wrote down the exact things, but I mean, it looks like the furthest away geographically. And it is geographically, so. I mean, the one on Lag, like, it's a little bit closer. And then Bunnahabhain, it does look like it would be further, but I didn't want it to be a gimme, guys. Like, if I would have said, like, Glengyle, Bunna, and this, and then I said the closest, like, it'd be pretty obvious. I didn't want it to be obvious. Like, that's no fun. Then you don't learn anything. And you guys are doing well. It's, you guys are getting, probably a lot of you are getting 10 out of 10s. I think you all already have pass marks, so. Okay, this one's splitting a little bit. We got some B's, we got some C's. Oh, Stacy, you have Tree 2 from the, oh gosh darn it, can't remember the name of it. Matt from Whiskey Crusader talks about it all the time. Can't remember the name of it, but. Oh, by the way, guys, just to make you, like, slightly angry. So, my sister-in-law's husband, so would that be my brother-in-law, I guess, technically? He has a bottle of Middleton, I think it's 27 year, and he has never opened it. He doesn't drink whiskey. I think I don't know if he got it as a gift, but he won't open it. They're Gaelic, thank you. He won't open it. And I'm like, it just kind of hurts my heart because you have a Middleton 27 year sitting in your cabinet just doing nothing, just waiting to be opened. Because if it was open, I could try some. And he just won't open it. I'm just like, how can you not? It's just sad. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not good, but Middleton 27 year, I'm betting you it's damn good. Yep, that's why we come here, to get angry. Thomas Elmer. Let me know, guys. Has anybody tried Middleton 27? Everwind, ahoy, Malt mates. Thanks for coming in, Everwind. I have a sample of that one. It's my favorite. Oh, you're talking about the Dare Gaelic. Yeah. Buy it from him. I know. Maybe he would. I think he just likes having it, though. Like, I don't know. Dang it. Steal it, Shayla. He'll never notice. No, he knows. He likes showing it off. Like, he likes opening it. It's in, like, a really nice wooden box with, like, a magnetic little closure. Okay, here, let me reveal what this is. It was a potato distillation plant. I thought that was kind of cool. So, they made some sort of vodka, I'm assuming. Something like that. So, yeah, I just put brewery, like breweries would probably be common, or maybe gin distillations. I don't even know when gin was invented, honestly. I don't like gin, so. But yeah, it was a potato distillation plant. I read that in one of my books. I thought it was kind of cool. So. Oh, yeah, everybody's getting, we got 6 out of 8, 7 out of 8, 5 out of 8. You guys are doing good. All right, question 9. Bushmill celebrated its 400th anniversary by putting out a bottle made with what? Was it A, Pilsner malt, B, chocolate malt, or C, crystal malt? Donald says, yep, it was owned by the Irish government. Tim says, tater. Decant the whiskey into other bottles. Fill his with cold tea and give it back for display. No, I mean, it's totally sealed. He would know. He would know. He opens it enough that he would know. And I just wouldn't do that. But hopefully, like, he knows that I'm into whiskey. So I'm just hoping one day he just, like, opens it and lets me try it. Just, like, I don't know. He probably never will, but it's okay. All right, so I just finished that Tealing single grain. I think I'm going to move on to Redbreast cast strength. I don't have too much Redbreast cast strength. There's not a ton, so I'm really, really hoping that this will make it so I can still edit my video today and not get too tired. It's usually what happens. I just get really tired. Okay, we got some bees. Lots of bees. Oh, it smells so good. Lots of bees. Okay. All right, guys. It's not bee. It's crystal malt, which I guess is like a roasted caramel malt from according to research. It's a roasted caramel malt. I know Pilsner malt and chocolate malt. Well, chocolate malt, especially in whiskey, is common, and then I just threw in like a beer malt just to kind of just put a random one in there. But yeah, it's C. So, oh wow, Donald has a bottle of this. Wow, cool. Should have gone with Donald. Yeah. Wow, Tim has 9 out of 9. Oh my gosh. They use 30% crystal malt in that 1608 special edition. Okay, great to know. Yeah. LOL, I am flunking Irish Whiskey Day. It's okay, Leanne. I would have too. If I hadn't made the questions, I for sure would have. Okay, the last question is not at all related to Ireland. Roy just sent me a he just was, checking in, and I let him know that I needed a couple more quiz questions. I wasn't asking for them, I was just saying, oh yeah, I need to make a couple more quiz questions, and I should be ready. And he sent me a video, and this is what it was about. So I just thought this is just a funny one. It's just a funny one. So I don't think it counts tonight. Okay. Graham Fraser has 8 out of 9. Some good guessing and following the crowd. That's what I always do. Crystal Malt is the bomb. Was a homebrewer in the 90s, and it's a great ingredient. Okay, cool. All right, so I don't know if this is an asshat or not. Okay. Denmark and Canada were disputing who owns Hans Island in the Kennedy Channel. What did Canada do to establish it was their territory? So this was more for like the Canadians in here. It's not related to Irish whiskey at all. Okay. A, they put out a sign on the island that said, hey, Denmark, take off, eh? B, they put a bottle of Canadian whiskey on the island. Or C, they sent a kind letter to the government of Denmark. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to sip this Redbreast. I had a little bit too much fun with this question, I think. Oh, smells so good. Jerry Miller says, not touching this one. We got some B's, we got an A, we got a C. I hope it's B. Jerry Miller says, not touching this one. C, B. Okay, if Donald rants, oh wait, what did it say? Donald says B, I think, if I remember from school. Okay. I want it to be A. Let me see here. Somebody said, if it was Donald Rance, I believe he would do A no matter what the right answer is. Yeah. Don't they take it in turns? I really want it to be B. Graham Fraser says it's a whiskey quiz, so it should be B. Okay. I'll let you guys ponder for just a little bit longer, and then we'll let you know. They put up a sign too, but it said sorry, eh? Okay, if anybody knows where... Okay, I don't know if, like, Takeoff A was a thing before... what was that thing? The freaking Great White North. Dang it, I don't remember the name of it. The McKinley Brothers or something? I don't remember. Was that a thing before that show? And then they just... Or was that a thing because of the show? Let me know. Yeah, Mackenzie, Doug and Bob, yeah. I didn't know if I should say that, Everwin, because I didn't want to offend anybody or anything, so, yeah. Okay, so it was, they put a bottle of Canadian whiskey on the island, and they put the Canadian flag as well, and then Denmark, it basically went back and forth, so Denmark put their flag in a bottle of schnapps, and went back and forth, and they still, like, don't know who owns the island. My thing is, like, Denmark already got 2 of the islands. Like, 2 of the islands that are closest to Greenland are theirs. And it makes sense, because they're not in Canadians', like, territory, right? But I'm like, just give them the island. It's literally a freaking rock. Like, who cares? I just thought the sign saying, hey, Denmark, take off, eh? Like, I just thought that was funny. I made that up, and I just obviously think I'm hilarious, so. So let's see, who got 10 out of... Oh, wait, so let me stop. Can I remove this? Oh, there we go. There I am. Okay, let me see who got 10 out of 10. And so when Roy sent me that question, he probably was like, oh yeah, she's going to create a very intelligent, thoughtful question with this. And it was like, nope. I should have, but I was just in such a hurry that I was like, no. I should have saved it for another day, probably. Oh, wait. Let's see here. Where are the Bob and Doug, late 70s. They did Beer Hunter. Yeah, there was like I think there was like a thing behind him and it said Great White North. I can't remember, but. Mr. Whiskey says, cheers, Shayla. So I'm assuming that's Adam, right? Because you say shits on Livewire, right? Is this Adam? Let me know. I'm pretty positive it is. Are you Canadian? Nope. Yeah, it happened more than once, and they still don't, like, know who owns it. It's still in, like, they're like, oh, yeah, we have a task force to figure out who owns it, and they don't know who owns it. So, okay, who we got? Oh, Felsgraf got 9 out of 10. 7 out of 10, that's a good score. Got a pass mark. Oh, Andrew Butler got a 10 out of 10. Wow. Let's see here. 6 out of 10 pass mark. Stacey H, the Irish lady, she knows. Got a 9 out of 10. Leanne got a 7 out of 10. Twin got a Nick. I call him Twin, but he got an 8 out of 10, only because our logos look really similar. Donner Pass got a 10 out of 10. I think you got a 10 out of 10 on one of my other quizzes. Thanks, Donald, for half my correct answers. There you go. 9 out of 10, damn picture question. I thought the picture question was going to be hard. I didn't want it to be like Jameson or like, anything like super easy because I feel like everybody would know those. Oh, Donald Rance. Okay, 10 out of 10. I figured that on 2 guesses. Okay, so a couple of them were guesses. All right. I'll take that. Like, that's cool. Island Rocks are alpha male games. Yes. Congrats to everybody on the 10 out of 10s, guys. Oh, we got Cheech Ardolino. Guys, if you don't know, Cheech Ardolino, he's pretty badass. He has a channel called Whiskey Encore. I can't remember where he's at. He's somewhere up in the 300 sub mark. He just started a channel pretty recently, so if anybody wants to go give him a sub, Cheech, you can plug your link into the chat. Your quiz is motivating me to pick up a bottle of Bushmill 1608. Well, there you go. Erwin, great vPub. Gotta go start dinner. See you next week. Thanks so much, Erwin. Also, just love your profile picture. Cool glasses, cool beard, cool hat. Hit that like, guys. Cough 10. I got a 10 out of 10. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, what Mike said. Thanks for joining. Where is Mike? Where is Livewire? Where are you? Is the drunk persona of Adam. Okay. I like the mustache, I gotta say. Like, this mustache is impressive. I mean, I know it's not Adam's. Adam just has a beard, but it's impressive. Great vPub. Thanks for keeping the vPub doors open. See you next week. Night, Barflies. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Did I get the rest of the questions? Coworker wanted to go on a walk. Yes, you did. 52 watching, 72 likes. That's a good ratio. Heck yeah, Tim. I wish I could get that many subs on my channel. We've been stuck at 33 for a while. Dean, are you a Whiskey Tube channel? Let me know. Here's another Bob and Doug funny. Alright, guys. Well, this has been a really productive stream. I figured out that I really like Tealing whiskey, which I kind of had this feeling that I would. I know it's kind of silly to be like, I'm going to like this based off of the bottle, but there's just something about the bottle. And it's just good marketing, I guess. But the bottle looks cool, and the whiskey tastes good. So if you see a bottle of Tealing single grain or Tealing single malt, and you haven't tried it, pick it up because it's great. The Redbreast cask strength is great. And there's so many more Irish whiskeys to explore, which I'm very, very excited about. So thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. Feel like I got my feet under me a little bit now. The first couple vPubs, I was kind of nervous. Felt a little more, I don't know, maybe it was just a little more structured today, which is why it went better, but it felt like it went okay. So thank you guys so much for the support and just hanging out with me on a Thursday night. Love you all so much, and I'll see you next week, or I'll see you on Saturday for my normal, regular live stream, which is almost the same time. So, thanks, Shayla. More Thursday night entertainment for us barflies. Yes, and I just thought I hang out with you guys every Thursday, so I thought, gosh, if I'm not hanging out with you guys on Thursday, what am I gonna do? So, oh, you do cigars and whiskey. Oh, cool. Neato. All right, guys. Cheers. I'll see you on Saturday. And the Craig Alecki 13 review will be coming out on Saturday if I can get it edited in time. All right. Slanjava.